How many hashtags is too many in your YouTube video description? And can you post outside links when you're writing a YouTube description? In the next few minutes, I'm going to share both what YouTube has said and what I found that has worked for my clients, as well as picked up from other marketers when using outside links and hashtags. So how many is too many so that it tanks your views? If you'd like a checklist that you can use when you're posting on YouTube that goes through all of these things and helps you to increase your views on YouTube, make sure to drop a comment. I'm also going to include a footer that you can cut and paste and personalize for your own use. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nina Clear. I'm an attorney by education. I started digital marketing in 1999, and at that time I helped to grow a channel. It was on like a forum, which we had back then. And we used to get up to 100,000 unique visitors a month, which way back in the early 2000s was pretty big. So since then, besides just doing that, I've worked in all different kinds of digital marketing, but I've developed a formula that I've helped grow my clients' YouTube channels, help them get over 1 million views, help them get business from growing their YouTube channel, help them increase their Google rank, and all of those fun things. And we did it all organically. So when you use links and hashtags the right way, then you're going to help your channel and your videos get found by more people. I'm going to share with you what are best practices so you can get seen by more people on YouTube and on Google. Outside links. So have you ever noticed when somebody posts on Facebook and they say link in the first comment? And if you're not in marketing, you might wonder why that is. It's because Facebook, like most platforms, including YouTube, they want to keep people on their platform. So if you post a link that goes somewhere else, Facebook's like, wait, why are you sending somebody somewhere else? We want them here. And so they're going to have fewer people see it. YouTube's not really the same. YouTube doesn't mind if you put links in your description. I don't know if that's going to change. This information is from the end of 2022, the beginning of 2023. If it's important to you to put links in and you're worried that it's reducing your reach, I would do some research and I would find out if YouTube is penalizing that. But I can tell you that for the last 3 to 4 years that I've been doing this, really growing channels, they haven't changed that policy at all. So I think you'll be fine, but always research it. Now, here's a weird trick that a lot of people don't know, and I think it's strange that it works, but it does. When you're posting a video on YouTube, one of the things that you need to do is you need to say in there somewhere, or you don't even have to say this, just put the link to the video, but you usually can say like, if you like this video, share it with your friends, and then put a link to the current video that you're posting. For some reason, YouTube bots are not smart enough to realize that that's you posting the link, and they think, oh, people like this video, they're sharing it. And so they actually increase viewership with it. I don't know why that is. Just make sure you do it in every single one of your videos. If you get my cut and paste description, you can get that just by dropping a comment in. I have that in there, and I literally highlight and say, change this for every video. And when you're posting a video on YouTube, super easy. They put the link literally next to the description, and they even put a little copy thing. So you just click on it, copy the link, cut and paste it, super easy. Don't forget to do that every time, okay? So how many hashtags? Keep in mind, again, this information is for the end of 2022, beginning of 2023. Hashtags, YouTube itself has said, we will ignore any hashtags over 15. So if you're going to put in 30 hashtags, like sometimes people say you should do on Instagram, that doesn't work either. You should know that anything from 16 on is just going to be ignored. It's not going to show up in YouTube's not even going to see it. They're not going to search it. They're not going to show it to people. So what is best? I think the best is 3 to 5 hashtags. There are several places that you can put hashtags when you're posting. You can put a hashtag in the title. I haven't seen that helps my clients. Some brands have done it where they put the same hashtag every time and they think that that helps their videos get found, test it, right? You can put in your about section. So there's like a section where you describe your video channel. You can put hashtags there. And you can put it in your description. Now, do you remember in the last video I was talking about keyword stuffing and how that hurts you? Hashtag stuffing is the same thing. What it does is it shows if you do too much of it, YouTube thinks you are an over-optimizer. And being an over-optimizer, unlike being an overachiever in school, is not a good thing. You do not want to be an over-optimizer because then YouTube thinks that you're trying to cheat the system and they actually reduce your reach, meaning fewer people see your videos, fewer people, it doesn't show up in search engine searches and things like that. So don't be an overachiever or an over-optimizer and just use less than 15 hashtags, okay? What are the hashtags you can use? Honestly, you can use whatever's going to help you. It does help your brand to grow if you use a branded one. So if you're Smith Law Firm, do hashtag Smith Law Firm. And then you would do one that is specific to that video. Say there's a change in DACA. So hashtag DACA update. This is for immigration attorneys. And say that it's a general one, hashtag green card, which wouldn't be a green card update, but it's more general in immigration, or you could do hashtag immigration news, hashtag immigration update, something like that. So I would do those 3 general ones and then do more specific. If you want to be seen more in your geographic area, then make sure that you put one in that's a geographic one, like hashtag Atlanta GA, which is Georgia, or hashtag Georgia, whatever it is, there. So how do you find relevant hashtags? Look at your competitors' videos. Look at trending videos, but remember, only in the same subject area that you're talking about. So don't just try to find the most popular videos. It has to apply to what you're talking about. If you search in YouTube search engine, so if you go into YouTube, you go in the search engine, you put in hashtag and you start typing in green card, YouTube will have a whole list that pops up. And those are usually the most popular that are being used right then. So you could just pull some out from there. There are hashtag generator programs, systems that you can buy, you can pay for, like Ahrefs and a couple others. I think that it's pretty easy to find hashtags. And frankly, I haven't seen hashtags move the needle for my clients that much. So I don't know that it's worth it to spend the money. But like we say in marketing, it's always good to test it. So test it and see. Now, one thing to know is once you start using hashtags consistently, they will show up in your your YouTube analytics, and you can see what hashtags people are finding you under. And that might be nice to check. And if there's one that they are finding you under, use that more, right? I forgot to bring this up in the last video where I talked about your description, so I just wanted to make sure to cover this. I talked about the description. I talked about what to put in there to make sure that it optimizes for you being found, but I didn't say how long your description should be. YouTube limits your description to 5,000 characters, which is about 800 words. The most important are going to be the first 125 characters. Remember, those are what go along with what you're saying at the beginning of your video. At the beginning of your video, you better be telling people what's in it for them to keep watching your video. Why is the first 125 important? Is because that's what shows up when people click on your video. Anything more than that, they have to click see more, or they have to click, on these 3 dots, and it opens it up for them. So what that's called, when the 125 is called above the fold, like in newspaper jargon, where things would be above the fold and people are more likely to read it. Unless people know what's in it for them, they're not going to click anymore. They're going to read it, say that works for me or it doesn't, and they're going to move on. Okay, so limit it to about 125. Something to remember with all of this, everything I'm talking about, I've mentioned it before, but I want to make it absolutely clear. YouTube is owned by Google. Google, this might come as a surprise to you, is a search engine. So when you're writing your descriptions, when you're creating your videos, you're not just optimizing it for YouTube, you're optimizing it for Google to help Google find your videos, right? So when you follow the tips that I'm giving you, you're not, you're going to organically grow on both YouTube and on Google. Like all of my clients, as they've gotten more views and they've gotten more subscribers, have found that people are finding them on Google more easily when they've stopped paying for Google ads. Because they weren't getting clients from Google ads, but because their videos were being found, people started calling them because they started to pop up on Google search. So that's all organically. It's very nice. Keep in mind that you're optimizing for more than just YouTube. Okay, so remember, all of these things that I talk about here, they're in a checklist that I can give you. So drop a comment if you'd like it, and I'll share it. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in tomorrow for number 8.